Good morning, what's up, how you guys doing today? I woke up today and I saw in my Snapchat memories I got my car today, my 2015 EVO 10, 4 years ago. So I decided, let's go make a video on the things I love and hate about the car and how it compares to my old car, which was a 2014 WRX Hatchback. Let's get to it. Real quick before we do hop in the car, I'm gonna plug my clothing brand, of course, because I just got a new sample in, so let's check it out. I don't know what's with some of these materials, but geez, these are like the hardest things in the world to open. Like, bro, it just stretches. Hey, it actually worked. Sheesh. Look at that. Damn. Actually kind of nice. Damn. If you did want to check out the clothing brand that I'm working on, I will post a link right here and also include some information to our Instagram in the description. Appreciate your support. Just hopped in the whip, so we're gonna go for a cruise, talk about some points on the car, and yeah, I got this suction cup mount because most normal people, they'll use a GoPro to, film themselves in the car, get a little suction cup mount, bada bing, bada boom, it's super easy. Me, I love to be extra, so I have my A6500 with the Rode mic strapped to my windshield with a dual suction cup mount. I'll probably toss up a video or something so you guys can see. I don't know about you guys, but it's a little ridiculous and maybe overkill. But at the same time, it looks kind of sick. I hope the audio quality is fine, because I know it doesn't really drone in here, but it's definitely not quiet necessarily. And these roads are bumpy. I can see everything shaking because my car is so stiff. Man. I also have my monitor down here so I can monitor. Alright, anyway. So I can see what I'm filming. That's what I'm staring at if anybody's curious. When I'm driving, obviously nobody can really see what's on my windshield, but I feel like if I'm parked at like a red light, people are like, what the hell is that? So we're stopped at a red light, so audio should be okay. Hope the footage isn't crazy shaky, because like I said, the car is super stiff. It's on coilovers and it's static, and I need it to be super stiff so I don't rub, because I have 10.5s with 275/35 tires all around. And yeah, it loves to rub and scrape, which is alright. There's some roads I can't get around to. Definitely have never taken it to the city. I don't think I ever will take it to the city. You get on Lakeshore Drive and there's already like bumps that will tear off half my car. So, I have to pass. The hell are you looking at? So one thing that does bother me about this car is the fact that it's a 5-speed, so when I'm cruising on the highway or any faster road, like right now I'm going 60 and I'm sitting at just about 3,000 RPM. But if I'm on the highway and I'm going, let's say I'm going 80, I'm going at almost 4,000 RPM, and it just loud, can't be great for gas mileage. Not that I bought this car to get good gas mileage, but it'd just be nice to have a 6th gear, And the other thing, so obviously the car's stick, and what makes it different than an automatic is you have a clutch and you have a shifter, right? And you always use a shifter because you need to shift through all the gears. Common sense, pretty obvious stuff. The unfortunate thing is the trans is not the best, in my opinion. It feels kind of not very direct. It's a little like, I don't know, it's just like shifting through some Legos. Like sometimes I'll randomly grind gears and like, especially like first or second, I'll get like locked out of second when it's cold in like the winter time. Oh, it's bad. And it just grinds in and it's just not fun. But something that I do really enjoy, even though I had a Subaru WRX Hatchback before this, so obviously the Subaru Rumble, everybody knows it sounds super good, everybody loves it. But I really do enjoy how the EVO sound, and I love that naturally my car will just like shoot gunshots here and there and backfire like stupid for no reason, which my Subaru definitely didn't do. but I was also super scared to blow that thing up. And fun fact, whoever bought my Subaru, actually, they blew up the motor. I have no idea how, but I saw a photo and they commented on it saying that it blew up on them, so that's unfortunate. So I never did anything to that thing. It had an exhaust and that's it. It was lowered. So RIP. Like I was saying, I wish that this car had a 6th gear, but the nice part about having a 5-speed is when I am in 5th and I'm just cruising, I still have that power where I can roll into the throttle and I can, you know, pull past people or speed up easily without having to downshift or anything too crazy. It's just always in power, which is, I guess, the reason behind the 5-speed. It's tuned to be fast. We've currently filmed for 10 minutes straight. Nice. I bet my camera's at like half battery because the Sony battery life absolutely sucks. We're at a red light. I feel like everyone's judging me. It's alright. It's a camera on a windshield. You never seen one? One thing I have learned after driving this car for 4 years and my Subaru for 2 is what roads I can and can't take. Like seriously, there's... Oh, we got lucky with a red light. I was about to say, like, listen to this. We're about to destroy our fender here because I'm in the right lane when I shouldn't be, and I know that. Another thing that doesn't really bother me with the EVO, but I do... Oh, God. But I do know is different than my Subaru from what I remember is that it rolls back so much faster. The Subaru, as far as I know, it didn't have any hill start assist of any kind, which is fine. I don't need it. But I remember getting in the EVO and I just wasn't ready for it. The car literally like shoots backwards. Like you just start rolling back so quick. Yeah. Another thing is, I do love my all-wheel drive cars. Next car I'm gonna get will probably be rear-wheel drive because I want to get a German car of some sorts. And most of the nice models, they come rear-wheel drive, right? But I do love the all-wheel drive. From what I can tell, I want to say that the EVO 10 handles better than my Subaru did. It's definitely quicker by a bit. I mean, it has more power, but it just feels more race car-ish, if you will. I don't really know how to word it any better. But it just has that feel. But I guess I do also have these seat belts and a harness bar and bucket seats, so maybe that's adding to my perception of it. But yeah, I never really drove this thing in winter fun time. Like you would expect an EVO owner to be whipping the hell out of their car and drifting in the snow. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those because I took out in the snow once. I got so much snow and ice built up in my what's it called, fender liners and stuff, my wheel wells, and it was just terrible. It took like a week to thaw. I had to jack up my car and scrape out ice. My like tires and wheels couldn't even turn. I'm not even making it up. It was bad. While we're on the topic of snow and ice building up places, I had an under tray snap in half from snow and ice building up on top of it, I guess. Like, yes, it's just plastic, but like, who the hell has had that problem? I don't know anyone. And then I had a second one break when I was going to the barber shop on the highway, and there was a small piece of wood. And I ran it over because I just noticed it last second, couldn't really do anything about it. And I for sure thought I was gonna clear it, like there's no way. But I guess I didn't, and then I dragged my under tray all the way to the barbershop from there because it tore out like the back half of it and it was just literally on the ground. So yeah, now I just don't have one. I refuse to buy a third and spend money just to break it. Not gonna lie, it's kind of weird driving without music this whole time. We're like, what, 20 minutes in probably? Oh god. Probably like 20 minutes in. I haven't listened to anything, so if I'm not talking to the camera, I feel like it's so awkwardly quiet in here. Why are we slamming on our brakes? Yo, BMW, hit your brakes, guys. That's like my biggest nightmare. Train tracks and construction on roads. Oh my god. There's always a hit or miss. Like, will these train tracks destroy my car? Will this construction fuck up my day because there's a 3-inch drop in the concrete they're tearing out? God damn. So every time I buy a car, or at least the 2 cars I've had, the EVO and the Subaru, within the first 2 weeks of owning it, I always get coilovers, wheels, and an exhaust. Because I want it to be louder, I want it to be low, and, you know, get some fresh wheels in the car. So I got an exhaust for this car. It came with a test pipe. and it's been sitting in my shed for the last 4 years since I've gotten it, and I haven't bothered to install it and get the car tuned for some reason. But I know the EVO platform makes great power, which is not true for Subarus. I think the FAs are better at making power now, but they also don't sound like Subarus, but that's a whole different story we're not going to get into. But yeah, I know there's crazy stories of people making just absurd numbers on stock motors or just a few bolt-ons. You can make these cars really quick. Another thing that's annoying, the visibility, because I feel like I can't see as well due to the seats and the harnesses. You just can't turn as much. You're just like, oh god. You're just kind of stuck sitting where you are. It's more annoying when you're parallel parking somewhere or trying to back in somewhere. I always have to take my seatbelts off and like stick my damn head out the window like a dog just to see where I'm going. Otherwise, you really can't see much. So we're about to pull up to the park, or a park, that is hopefully empty, because I want to do a walk around the car, show you guys some stuff up close, and get out of these seats because they're not the comfiest thing after a while. What I do love about this car compared to the Subaru is the Brembos. Those are great. I love the brakes. I recently got different pads and rotors for it because I needed to do my brakes. And yeah, I say they perform just about equal to the Brembos, even though they're not from, I didn't go to Mitsubishi to get a brand new set of Brembos because I've heard some ridiculous prices for new brakes, for OEM brakes, but yeah, and these look a lot better. They're dimpled rotors, look super nice. Oh, is that a speed bump? Dude, can I get over that? Bro, I don't know if I can get over this, but we're gonna try. Oh, dude, there's so many speed bumps. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. Alright, add speed bumps to the list of train tracks and road construction for scaring me. Speed bumps are nerve-wracking. Oh, nailed it. Like, I'm not that low, but like I am at the same time, so we got 3 more. What is that, like 12 of them? How many speed bumps was that? Almost a half hour of straight filming. Holy crap, I'm gonna love editing the footage and looking through all this. It'll be a good time. We're excited, I promise. Just parked and got outside the car. It is super nice out, so I'm just gonna show you guys what I have done to the car and touch over a couple more things. So first things first, got these Ambit wheels. I believe they are Ambit REO 2s. So pretty solid fitment if you ask me, nothing too crazy. So like I said, these are 10.5 inches wide with 275/35s. If we look closer, the dimpled and slotted rotors. Very clean. Give you guys a look of the back of the seats. Super nice gloss black from Corbu, if I pronounced that correctly, I'm not sure. Along with the harness bar and the harnesses. And then I do just have the straps hanging down. I was gonna get a little reel thing so you could tie them up really nicely, but it's alright. And then in order to mount the harness bar, you're gonna have to blow out the sky a little bit here so you can see. But I had to cut into the B pillar, into the plastics, just to mount it right there. Which is like kind of cool, kind of race car, but at the same time a little ghetto perhaps, but gotta do what you gotta do. You can see it there on both sides. Another thing I'm not a huge fan of is the lack of trunk space, considering that the windshield wiper fluid is in the back, along with the battery to save space in the engine bay, which is, you know, cool to save space, but yeah, there's like no storage. Let me pop open the trunk actually. I'll give you guys a look. So as you can see, we have room for a backpack Whoop, wrong way. A backpack, a volleyball, a brush, an umbrella, soccer ball, extension cord, power cables, and there goes most of the trunk space. So then I also have these side skirts, which I honestly don't know who they're from exactly, but they're full carbon. Let's go a little closer. Ooh. And then I did custom mount them to some extent so that it's at a slight angle where it gets wider out that way, so it kind of flares out. It was very nice. So if we sit back into the car and talk about these, the speakers, they're not the best in the world. They're not too crisp. They don't have the frequency range that I would like. They lack some power, but they get the job done. But they're not fantastic by any means. So yeah, the APR front splitter, which I actually got with the car. So I guess whoever traded it in must have traded it in with the APR splitter. I just said that twice. It's alright, we don't gotta talk about it. I've cracked through that like twice. Just put a bigger washer on to secure it in place. And this occasionally bends out. And here, this only happens on the left side of my bumper for some reason. But there's always this gap, because if you look, so I'll try to push it in right now. Alright, so smaller gap. If you look there, you can kind of tell it pops out on the side. So if I try to push this in, there's a bigger gap here. If I try to push that in, you can probably hear it unclicking. So that's a little annoying, but it's a low car problem. I guess not really an EVO problem. Maybe they could have built it a bit better. I don't really know. Then I also had this weird thing happen with my antenna, which I actually I love it. It's the coolest thing ever. If somebody asked me where I got it, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because stock EVO 10 antenna is just really long and unnecessarily long. So I got a shorter one, right? And I guess from the sun or from something, it has faded into like a bronze color, which is awesome because it matches my wheels. But I don't know how it happened. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up too well, but it's like a copper bronze sort of color. So I think I'm gonna end it here before I start rambling too much, as I like to do. Overall, I love the EVO 10. There's more positives than negatives, and I can't really say too much bad about it. Next vlog, actually tomorrow, we're leaving to Salt Lake City, Utah for Excisions Festival. So I'll be sure to film the road trip. It's 1,400 miles, 20.5 hours away, going with 3 other friends. So I'll be sure to vlog and film us going down there. And yeah, should be fun. Should get some cool cinematic footage from some adventures and hiking. And I'll be sure to bring you guys some content. There's a bunch of people walking around, I feel weird. Stop looking at me. Yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and have a good day. See you guys next time.